Hi, and welcome to the video about the outer planets. Again, just like at the last video, some words you're going to need to know are your average distance, which again is measured from the sun, and it's taken from all the points in orbit averaged together. Rotation is the time it takes to turn around itself. We measure it in Earth hours or days so that it's easier to understand. Revolution is time it takes to orbit the sun. It's measured in Earth days or years. Orbit is the path the planets take around the sun. Different to this video is gas giant. It is a very large planet, and it's made up of gases. And again, atmosphere is a layer of gases that may surround a planet and is held in place by gravity. The location of our outer planets are located from the asteroid belt to the end of our solar system. So Jupiter. Jupiter is the first of the outer planets. It is the fifth planet from the sun. He is 778 million kilometers from the sun. He rotates every 10 Earth hours. So basically from the time you wake up till the time you get home from school, maybe a little longer than that, is all a day is on Jupiter. Its revolution is 12 years long. Okay, so right about some of y'all's ages it took him to get all the way around the sun. His orbit is not a perfect circle, just like all the other planets. Jupiter is 88,700 miles in diameter. Remember, we are only approximately 8,000 miles in diameter, so he is quite a bit bigger than we are. He is a gas giant. Jupiter's atmosphere is 84% hydrogen, 15% helium, and 1% other gases. He has 4 Galilean moons and 63 total moons. Galilean moons are the 4 moons of Jupiter discovered by Galileo Galilei in January of 1610. They are the largest of the many moons of Jupiter, and they derive their names from the wives of Zeus, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. They are among the most massive objects in the solar system, except for the sun and the 8 planets. Galileo was an Italian scientist that played a major role in observational science. He made improvements to the telescope and then observed the planets did revolve around the sun. He discovered that the 4 largest satellites of Jupiter, named the Galilean moons in his honor, and observed and analyzed sunspots. His works went against the church beliefs, so he was tried and convicted of heresy and forced to go against his own works and spent his life under house arrest until he died. You have to remember that in the time of Galileo, the church was kind of the end-all be-all. They made the laws, they carried out the laws, and they told people what they needed to believe. Galileo discovered that they were not correct. At that time, they still thought that everything revolved around the earth and that we were the most important thing out there. So when he said the church was wrong, the church did find that as a crime. You were not allowed to go against the church. Saturn. Saturn is the next planet from the sun. He's the second outer planet, or the 6th planet in the solar system. He is 1,427 million kilometers from the sun. He rotates every 12 hours, so that's twice a day for us is his day. His revolution is 30 years. He is not a perfect circle. His size is 74,600 miles in diameter. Again, we're only about 8. He is a gas giant, but Saturn is believed to have a solid inner core. Saturn's atmosphere is mostly hydrogen and helium. The number of moons are 30, but his major moon is Titan, and he has 7 rings. He's the first planet to have a ring structure. Christian Huygens. In 1655, Huygens correctly identified the shape of Saturn's rings. He proposed that Saturn was surrounded by a solid ring, a thin, flat ring, nowhere touching, and inclined to an elliptic, which means it's not a perfect circle. They're elliptical in shape. Using a telescope that he designed himself, Huygens also discovered the first of Saturn's moons, which is Titan. so he's an important astronomer to remember. Uranus. He is the third outer planet. He's 2,869 million kilometers. The rotation is 17 hours. His axis is tilted to the North Pole. It faces the sun. His revolution is 84 years. His orbit is not a perfect circle. His size is 31,800 miles in diameter. Remember, Earth is only 8. The type of planet is a gas giant, but sometimes he's called an ice giant because he's so cold. His atmosphere is hydrogen, helium, frozen water, ammonia, and methane. It's actually the methane that gives him that blue color. He has 5 main moons, but 27 total, and 13 rings. Sir Frederick William Herschel, he was born in 1738 and he died in 1822, was a German-born British astronomer. He became famous for his discovery of the planet Uranus, along with 2 of its major moons, Titania and Oberon, and also discovered 2 of the moons of Saturn. Neptune is the 4th outer planet, 4,486 million kilometers. Neptune's rotation is 16 hours. Its revolution is 165 years. Not a perfect circle for its orbit. It's 30,200 miles in diameter. It is also a gas giant, but again, sometimes called an ice giant because it's so cold. But it, like Saturn, has a rocky core. Its atmosphere is hydrogen, helium, and methane. Just like Uranus, methane makes it blue. It has 8 moons and no ring system, but it does have some arcs. So not complete rings, but some arcs that surround it. Pluto. Pluto is no longer a planet in our solar system. He is a dwarf planet. He's 800. Pluto. Pluto's no longer a planet in our solar system, but we still like to talk about him. He's now a dwarf planet. He is 5,890 million kilometers. His rotation is 7 days. So for every week we have on Earth, it takes him 1 day. Revolution is 248 years. His orbit is so irregular that sometimes he's actually closer to the sun than Neptune is. His size is 1,485 miles in diameter, so he's quite a bit smaller than we are. His atmosphere is methane, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. Pluto does have 2 moons, but no rings. He was declassified because asteroids have been discovered that are larger than Pluto. And it is believed that Pluto was once a moon of Neptune that somehow escaped Neptune's orbit. Clyde Tombaugh was born in 1906 in Illinois. Because of a hailstorm killed his family's crops, preventing him from going to college, Tombaugh taught himself math and science. In 1926, at the age of 20, Tombaugh built his first telescope. Pictures drawn from observations with this telescope earned him a place in the Lowell Observatory. And he stayed there for 14 years. But what earned him a permanent place in history was that he actually discovered Pluto on February 18th, 1930. So here are those quiz questions. Where are the outer planets located? List them in order from the closest to the sun. What type of planet are the outer planets? Are they larger or smaller than the inner planets? Why are Jupiter's 4 main moons called Galilean moons? Why do these planets take longer to revolve around the sun than the inner planets? Which planet has a rotation different from the others? Why is it different? Why was Herschel an important astronomer? And why is Pluto no longer a planet? All right. Hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you in class.